Welcome back to Wanker Designs. I'm James, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different, which is converting the Parkside 12-volt grinder into a roloc holding polishing wheel. Let's get started. Okay, so now that we've got it all unboxed, we are going to be ready for converting it over. So what you do need is obviously the roloc holder itself. I bought these off Amazon. They're around £3.50 each, and they have a little stem that that holds into the top, and it's for putting in like die holders or just a normal drill, and they're not very good for that. And I really like this small setup here, especially for small polishing jobs. Especially small grinding, etc. So this is a good fit. So this is why I'm going to share this with you. So as I say, on Amazon, £3.50. You need one of those. Take out the shaft that comes with it. I've lost mine. And you also, with it, this comes as standard. So this is what's inside of the top piece here. We're going to have to grind a little bit of the face down of this, so I've converted and opted down to a M3 button-headed bolt here, and that's just going to allow you to have a little bit more meat on the actual top. We're going to use some Loctite as well, so everything that's cost me is probably around £3.60 if that, so it's nice and cheap. All you need as well tool-wise is a 3mm Allen key. You need a 4mm Allen key, and you need a T10 Torx Star bit with a little hole in it, like so. So I'm going to break this down really quickly, and let's get started from there. Okay, so now we've gotten to this point. Now what I will say, the beauty of doing this way, these are two little springs for if you want to come to change it back. Everything that we're going to be doing is reversible. So, you know, I'm lucky that I've got two, but if you've only got the one and you can only afford the one, then you can always convert it back. It takes a bit of time, but it can be done. So now what we've got to do is, this profile on the top has got a shoulder where the part's been turned down. So we're going to be counter boring a little bit of this just with a 10mm drill bit. It's nice and simple. So we just need to go down just enough. So that's probably just under 2mm. So we get it nice and flush, just like that one. Okay, so what you have to do next off is just turn the head of the screw down to around 6.5mm, something like so, and that's just going to allow you to actually put this on the holder. I'm not going to do this because I don't need two, but something nice and easy if you haven't got a lathe is you can just turn it in your drill chuck. Be really careful with this. Make sure it's nice and tight in your drill chuck, and use something like a grinder or a file, whatever you feel comfortable with, or a pillar drill, something like that. It's a nice and easy. It's not too technical. Just keep measuring it so you don't overdo it. Okay, once you've done all that, you're just going to want to deburr the top of this shaft. You can use just a bit of a larger size drill. You're going to pop your screw now through there with your 3mm Allen key. Now I'm not going to do it on this one because this is going to go back to my angle grinder, but just use a little bit of Loctite if you've got some, just to really hold that down in there. And it's got the spindle lock on the top as well. So now everything is all back to normal. Let's overview. Okay, so these were some of the tools that I used every day of the week, and these are what I really do miss in the workshop. So They're very, very noisy. They take a lot of CFM and a lot of air capacity, but now what we've got is this. Now what I will say is this is not a patch on using this. This is very featherable. So what I mean by that is you can slow the speed a lot down. If you ever use one of these, you know exactly what I mean. This is all or nothing, but what this is really good, and what I like these for, is the grinding pads. I've only done this a few days ago. But this is, as I say, saved me a lot from buying the Milwaukee one, and you know, it's 20 quid. The batteries are super duper cheap. I like this to be nice and compact, but I did buy a 4 amp battery that I think was about 12 quid. I haven't opened that yet. So you know, for the price of it and what they actually do, you can't really go wrong. You do get what you pay for. These aren't the best of quality, but I can't fault it. And the grinder as well is obviously what it was intended for is spot on for what it's designed for. Little cut-off bolts, little tiny grinding jobs. Yeah, it's great, and you know, for a home shop budget, it hasn't cost me the cost of the Milwaukee, and it's something that I probably will go from month to month without using. But now I have got this, great. And there we have it. We've got a converted one, and we have the restored back to the original style one. Taking the same batteries, £20. You've got all these options to put on the different grinding pads, etc. Just a quick tip for these. I know the genuine 3M ones are a lot more money than the cheap Chinese ones, but they are, for me, worth the money. The cheap ones that I personally used haven't been very good. They do tend to wear down a lot if you're doing a lot of welding, and especially on thin aluminium stuff or stainless. I recommend quite the fine one, and then for polishing after you've welded it, whatever, you can use these turquoise ones and the maroon ones. They're just like Scotch-Brite pads, so they're really, really good for that. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that like, and please hit that subscribe if you want to see more of these. If you've got any questions or comments, please do so, and I'll see you in the next one.